Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle Barrett. I've been a personal stylist for 25 years. I now help people like you build capsule wardrobes that mix and match easily. So today I wanted to talk to you about some of the winter trends for 2024, what's out and what's in. So what has been trending up until now, what you should maybe move out or consider moving out, and what to replace it with instead. This was a request in the comments recently. Somebody said to me that they wanted to see ideas of trends for each season and kind of how to style them and what to replace older trends with. So that is exactly what I'm doing today. Which reminds me, if you want to comment, let me know what you think, let me know what else you'd like to see. I genuinely go to my notes every single time you make a suggestion. I make a note of it and I use that to put in to create future content. So please like, subscribe below if you want to see more of this content and get genuine feedback and genuine content based on your requests. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, I read a statistic recently that said that 68% of Gen Z, which is my daughter's generation, follow fashions. No surprise there. But the bit that I thought was fantastic as well is that 4 out of 10 of them are buying pre-loved. Now, I can absolutely verify that's very likely the case. I know with my daughter and her friends, they're very, very used to buying pre-loved, and they buy on all the apps and they sell on all the apps. It's a really, really normal thing for them. So I think that's fantastic, because whilst I am a big fan of revitalizing your wardrobe and feeling like you're sort of part of something and kind of on trend and all that, what I don't like is following fast fashion to the point where it changes so fast you can never keep up. So I think it's always a case of having those kind of basic capsule wardrobe pieces, and then maybe you swap in the odd little piece that you've got in your wardrobe, or you pick out bits that you've already got. Shopping from your wardrobe is always a great thing. So today I'm going to talk to you about the trends that are in this winter, what's out, and show you some ideas of how you might be able to style them. Now, the first one is one that I've mentioned before and I am so pleased is gone, and that is oversized blazers. I mention this all the time, I know I do, but they are awful. I try and pick out for you trends which are trending this year or are trending in any season, but also that have more of that timeless aspect to them as well. So what I advise you to replace that with is, lo and behold, a blazer that fits you. So in a regular fit, it doesn't have to be anything too skinny. If you are, if you're worried about having put weight around your tummy or anything like that, I recommend having 1 or 2 blazers, because then you have 1 or 2 blazers, 1 or 2 buttons, 1 or 2 buttons on your blazer, not 1 or 2 blazers. If you put on a bit of weight, the last thing you want to do is wear 2 blazers. So 1 or 2 buttons, which would then draw the eye downwards, because you'll have a wider V, a longer V here, which then draws the eye down. So I'd recommend 1 or 2 buttons on a blazer if that's the case. So yeah, blazers. The big thing as well this winter is tweed. So if you can find a blazer in tweed, you've got a double whammy there. Make sure it's a regular fit, make sure it fits you nicely, and it will last you for years. Next up, what we saw recently was collarless coats, so literally just with the round neck here. So that this season is being replaced by funnel neck coats, which are the ones which kind of come up a little bit. Now these are quite good, because if you're not somebody who likes wearing a scarf, or you're somebody who always loses your accessories like that, then this is a way of covering up your neck when it gets really cold this winter, which it will. Here in the UK it's not quite got there yet, but it will, when it's kind of biting cold. So yeah, funnel neck coats are really big this year. I would choose one that goes with the rest of your wardrobe. I always think with a coat in particular, it needs to be something in a colour which goes with everything else, because of course it's one of those things that you will be wearing with everything else. So make sure it's in a colour that is maybe a neutral colour. It might be better, unless you kind of have a few highlights. that goes with the rest of your wardrobe. If it is in a bright red or a bright yellow or whatever it is you want, I think that looks fabulous, by the way, for the winter, because it adds a bit of colour when it's otherwise dull. But just make sure whatever bright colour it is, it's a colour that you can also link somewhere else in your wardrobe. So it's a colour that runs through your wardrobe as well, because then I think you'll wear it a lot more. Next one is similar to the first one, and that's oversized shirts. Again, we don't need to look anymore like we're wearing, you know, our giant brothers or husband's shirt anymore. It's gone back to the tailored versions. Now, I've got a kind of shirt on today, which I purchased pre-loved. It's an old Burberry one. I really like it. It's got a great kind of bird and floral print on it, which I really like. Floral prints as well are very big this winter, so if you can find a particular floral tailored shirt, you're kind of again doing a double whammy. But let's make sure they are fitting you again, because not only do they fit better on the outside, but also you can wear some things like this, like knitted tanks over the top, and they just sit better on your body. So yeah, if you can find, if you like florals and you want to go for the florals as well, then you've got a double whammy there. But look for tailored shirts rather than those big oversized ones. Also, if you're looking to refresh your wardrobe, download my guide, because you can fill it out as you go along, and it asks you lots of questions about how to decide what to keep, what to get rid of, what you might need, and what to think about in building a wardrobe that mixes and matches nicely. So I'll put the link to that here, because that's really helpful. I know a lot of you found that helpful already. Next up is skinny jeans. Now, skinny jeans have kind of been moving out for a while. There was talk a while back that they were coming back in, but I'm really not seeing it. And I really don't believe, genuinely, from the 25 years I've done this, that a trend will leave and then come back in that quickly. Sometimes they try and push it, but it doesn't quite happen. And I honestly don't think that skinny jeans are going to be around for a while now. Now, I know that some of you love them because they feel really comfortable, and if that is you, then take a look at the videos I've made about the Halara jeans that I've worn. They are super comfortable and they come in lots of different sizes. Honestly, they are the perfect replacement if you are somebody who likes those skinny jeans for comfort, because they feel a little bit like in between having leggings, you know, that kind of comfort thing. Definitely take a look at them. So skinny jeans are out, so it's more like the straight leg or the wide leg trouser. I particularly like the wide leg ones. If you're not somebody who does, then just go for the straight leg. Straight leg, medium waisted jeans honestly work for pretty much every type of body type there is. They are about the best style that you can go for. Sometimes skinny jeans don't work quite as well on certain body types, particularly if you're like apple shaped, because what it does is where you've got the weight around your middle and then you've got these two skinny legs sticking out the bottom, it just emphasizes the shape at the top because you've got the skinny bit coming out the bottom. So you're better off having a straight leg or a wide leg as well for that. This year as well is another interesting one, in that, you know, we have had seasons where there's been loads of logos everywhere, and this year the logos are really minimized. Now that's quite interesting, because I always advise that for something that looks much more elegant and much more sophisticated anyway, because I've often thought logos just look like somebody screaming, look at me, I can afford this. So I've always thought that's not a good idea anyway, but particularly this year, it's definitely something that you want to kind of think about. So I would minimize the logos and go for something much more kind of neutral instead. Next up, in recent years we saw a trend of super high heels. You won't see me wearing them because I can't walk in really high heels. My feet really don't like them. I think I've got quite wide feet and my toes always get really screwed up in them, so I just don't wear them. But if you're somebody who has, then those super high heels are now kind of being replaced by slightly lower ones, probably sort of this sort of height, much more block heels. So much better if you're out and you're on the cobblestones or something like that and you're kind of trying to walk across or even walk across grass. So next up is hoodies. Again, similar to what I've talked to you about before, the really big, baggy, sloppy hoodies are out and we're back to kind of more regular fit. Now, what I think works really well on this one, now, unless you're actually looking for a hoodie for sportswear, some sort of kind of sportswear, if you're looking for something that you want to be able to wear on other occasions as well, I would have a look at the kind of knitted version. So knitted hoodies, like in tailored, and when I mean tailored, I mean that fit you properly, that aren't oversized kind of styles. So look at the kind of cashmere versions, etc., because some of those can look really classy. It's one of those areas that I think kind of bridges the gap between the very casual hoodie and being something a little bit more sophisticated. I was recently asked by a radio station to come on and comment on the fact that Rishi Sunak had worn a hoodie to a conference, and there was a big discussion about whether that was appropriate or not. And I felt the particular hoodie that he wore was appropriate because, again, it was knitted, so it looked quite classy. It wasn't like some big baggy sloppy hoodie. It looked really classy. So yeah, if you're going to go for something like that, I would try and have a look at the knitted versions because I feel like they will have more staying power and will kind of be around for a while now because they are quite kind of newish and they're kind of quite classy looking as well. Next up is puffer jackets. Now, I know a lot of the younger people really like the puffer jackets, but the puffer jackets are being replaced with more tailor, wool or leather versions. So think kind of the typical kind of trench coat, you know, with a belt round it, or something that kind of comes in, is very tailored to the waist and maybe gently flares out, or straight up and down. But the whole point is the whole thing is much more tailored to the body. Now, again, this is really good because it's more timeless. These kind of styles never really go out. They might be right at the top of the trends or kind of down a little bit, but they never really go out. And the other thing is with them as well is that they are so much better for different body types because puffer jackets, if you are bigger around the middle or you add weight around the middle, it just adds bulk to you. So yeah, tailored coats or leather coats, maybe that have got a belt on that kind of tie in. If you do have a little bit of weight around the middle, go for single breasted, avoid double breasted because again it adds more bulk in that area. And again, look at maybe fewer buttons because then it draws the kind of eye down as well. So yeah, tailored or wool coat. So I hope you found this helpful today. Let me know in the comments the trends that you're enjoying this season. Some of the ones that I really like are the tweeds. I really like some of the knitwears. I really like some of the floral prints. I'm kind of wearing it today. So yeah, I've not liked a lot of the trends that have come in over the last few years, but this winter I particularly do like them. So let me know what you think. In addition, if you need help with your wardrobe, book in for a consultation with me. I'd love to meet you and I'd love to see how I can help you create that wardrobe and let's kind of refresh it and get it back to where you want it to be. So have a wonderful week wherever you are and I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.